Hello and welcome to another Gardens of Wilt-Shire video. I'm your host Luke and I'm here with another hobby vlog. Not too much has been done on my part recently, other than sort of creating a bit of scenery, but I haven't been sort of vlogging that stuff because it follows similarly to what Dewi did on his tutorials. So I'm not really done anything about that. That is mainly for an upcoming Marvel bat rep that me and Dewi have got in the works. So not bothered doing that. Today's focus is on this guy. Now you might be wondering, who is he? Because honestly, he's made of 3 different guys. So this guy was kindly converted by Dewi to me for my sort of High Elf army, and he is a High Elf Stormcaller. Because some of you may know that there actually isn't a model you can buy for him. So the only options are to convert. So what Dewi has done, he's taken a High Elf swordsman for the main body with the cloak and the armor that you can see there. He has taken the head and sort of forearm there of I think it's just a normal Wood Elf warrior. And the metal parts that you can see are from the metal Gandalf the Grey. I think it's the Khazad-dûm version. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is, with the sort of the left upper arm there and the right arm with the staff. So I think it looks amazing, and it really suits the sort of Stormcaller aesthetic, similar to the Galadrim one, with the sort of staff raised up and the unarmored head and the big cloak, really. So yeah, this guy is going to be my High Elf Stormcaller that I'm going to fit along with, well, my High Elves, really. Hopefully he'll be featuring a bat rep in the future, because me and Dewi sat down and come up with different ideas to sort of get this guy in with maybe Arwen and maybe another cheap hero, and sort of trying to hoard out High Elves as much as you can, really. I think we're looking about 500-600 points. You can get maybe 30-40 models, which for elves is pretty darn good. So I'm going to sort of do same colour scheme as I've already got for my High Elves. So it'll be the red cloak, the silver armour, and just take it from there, really. With the armour in the arms, I don't think there is any, so it might be that on his forearms may be a different colour. I'm not sure what to do. Maybe I'll keep it white, as in the bottom of the tunics are with my High Elves. Not really sure, but at the moment I think it looks really cool. The basing obviously will just be the same as always. I'd like to keep it all the same, and hopefully I can get this model bashed out really quickly, because it's just the one model in this week's hobby vlog. But I thought I'd do it just because you don't see him that often, and he is a nice addition to any High Elf army. So I'll probably come back when I won't bother when he's sort of primed. I'll probably do it when there's the first layer or first coat of primary colours, so the reds, the silvers, the whites, and the flesh, and all the things like that. So I'll come back when he's got a bit of colour on him. And coming back in now, I'll show you a bit of progress, and the general colours are there. I think pretty simple. You would have seen sort of how I paint my High Elves in my other hobby vlogs, I think. Just a standard red, white, silver, really. Really like how this model looks. Where Dewi has converted it, who the video came out this morning as I'm recording, where he's converted it, you cannot really tell. Obviously the Wood Elf faces, people have always said that they're a bit of an issue. So I can get a close up. And there we go. You just see on his right side of his face there, it just doesn't look right. There we go. But they are the old plastics, so can't really complain. I'll try and do my best to sort of make up for it. I've gone for the blonde for the hair, just because elves normally see them blonde, really, especially the sort of high elves, other than sort of Elrond and his kids. They're all mainly blonde, really. But yeah, really nice conversion. Hoping I can do it justice with the paint job. The next stage now is just to wait for it to completely dry, as I think some of the bits are still a bit wet, especially the flesh, where I've literally just gone over try and get a proper coat on it. I'll probably do a Nuln oil on the armor, and everything else will probably be Agrax Earthshade or something similar like that, not to darken it down too much. I want to bring up the details in the face, but not too much. As I said, the plastic Wood Elf faces aren't the greatest, but hopefully it will do once the wash and the highlights are on. So after that, I don't think there's much to do. Obviously, pick out some of the dry brushing on the stone, put the flock on, probably go over the white again, just because whenever I find I put a wash on the white, it does it too much and it just doesn't look right. So it'll be a case of going over the whites again, just very, very lightly. Maybe the reds as well, the highlights on the cloak, the browns on the belt especially I'll probably leave. On the staff I'll probably just do a couple highlights, especially on the top. Can't really tell, but it is Gandalf's staff, so it is a lovely one. I want to do a bit of justice. So yeah, I'll come back probably when this guy is finished, I'd say, because not much more needs to be done. It is a short hobby vlog, as it is just the one model, but following up from Dewi's cut and matte conversion that went out this morning, hopefully this will go out not long after, but we'll see. So I'll come back when this guy's finished. And the High Elf Stormcaller is done. So just got some normal High Elf warriors that I've got painted up just to show you the colour scheme. And as you can see, he fits in perfectly. As we go in now, you'll be able to see obviously his base is done just in the standard way, with the dark grey under, the brown rim, bit of flock, and just some stones sort of dry brushed up. So you can get some more detail on the actual model himself. I apologise about the light, but it's a grey miserable day in Britain, I'm afraid. So there you can see his face. Tried to do the best I can with the Wood Elf sort of plastic face, as I said before, but I think I've done very well, especially around his eyes. They're probably the best eyes I've done, so progress is being made. So yeah, we can see the wash on the his sort of tunic, the white tunic. You can see where it's darker from before, so I've just gone over around the edges. I think it looks really cool. Didn't really do much else, sort of just a few highlights on the cloak, as you can sort of see just on the raised edges, sorry, you can sort of make it out. Oh, don't want to go breaking him. But yeah, there's not a lot that needed to be done, to be honest. The conversion you would have seen hopefully on Dewi's cutting matte conversions, his first one. Hopefully this goes out the Friday after it came out, so it's sort of a running series really. But yeah, I really like how he looks. I had him sort of more towards the front of the base, because in my mind he's stepping forward, casting nature's wrath on people around him, so he'll be stepping forward and doing it, and the pose itself really lends itself towards that sort of spell casting aesthetic really. The armor I'm not 100% happy with. I went over with the wash and tried highlighting in Runefang steel, I believe, but I think I did it a bit too heavy, so I may need to go over it again, but as it stands I'm very happy with him. Where there he's done the actual joins and stuff, you can't notice it. Obviously with things like this, it's not going to look 100% perfect. Like the arm sticks out a bit too much for the actual head itself, but that's just the disproportions between sort of the different elf models really. So we get the sort of high elf swordsman next to him. It is the same body, obviously just with a wood elf head swap, and the arms have been swapped with the Gandalf the Grey from the Khazad-dûm set, I believe. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but it works really well. So if we look from the back, especially where the arms join, you can't tell. It's perfect really. I think Dewi's done a great job, and hopefully you guys will agree I've done the paint job some justice. So I think I'm going to sign it off there. Not much else to say. It's just a one model sort of hobby vlog for this week. It has been the week after a tournament, so sort of burnout has been a major issue, but hopefully I've got some more ruins done alongside this guy, so I'm going to move on to my next project, which I'm not 100% sure what it will be, to be honest. It'll be a surprise for both you and me. So yeah, I'm going to sign off here. If you've liked the video, make sure you comment, like, share and subscribe. Like our Facebook page, and we'll be back very soon.